Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will once again be riding in Vallåsen, but I thought I'd do something a bit different today because I feel like I'll be riding there so many times anyway, so why not do something unique? So the plan today is just to show off all the trails, going from green all the way to the black ones at the end. And yeah, just going through, talking through or commenting through some line choices, maybe some things to think about, so maybe you can get help if it's the first time you're gonna ride there. And yeah, just a good preparation video, and maybe for some people that just want to see how the conditions are for the moment in Vallåsen. So yeah, that's gonna be what the video is. There will be some alternative lines, like Maggan for example has two, one left and one right turn, and it's a bit different for a little while. So I'll probably show both of them, for example. But yeah, let's go into the video. We'll be starting with green, like I said, and then we'll move up all the way to the harder ones at the end.
Okay, Loas going up. Green. The only green here. Should be rolling a lot nicer today because on the opening day it was extremely soft, so you had to pedal like a maniac to maintain any kind of speed, but looks like it's been way more packed in. So this is one of the few times you will see the full raw version of Loas gröna. I tend to skip and cut some sections like this one where it's just pretty flat, nothing much going on really. Here's the first jump coming up. Here you can use this rock as a little lip. So it's a fun one because you can play around a little bit on it. Whew. But it is a bit of a training session to do this one. A drop off to the side there and into another jump. Oh. Think this way. Tack. Okay, finally free air. So, not gonna be the cleanest run, or well, I would have gone a lot faster if I wasn't clean air, for so to say. Oh man, the wind here is really working against us. Okay, V-line, blue jump flow trail. It's a bit windy today, as you can probably hear, but I'll do the best of it. Rolls a whole lot better today than the last 2 weeks. A lot more packed in now. Oof, okay, this is dusty. This is one of the sections where you can chill and recover a little bit, because it's a little bit more flat, and about here you get back into it. And it's really loose sections actually, which is crazy for April in Sweden. Should not be this dry at this time of the year here. I'm gonna shoot here. This burns towards the end, so towards the end are not really that much fun anyways. Man, the wind here. But yeah, that's a lap of V-line. Really nice, really flowy. It's a lot of fun. Hey, Spruffs. Start off with a really tight berms. But good work for me, that really needs to work on it. Spruffs is one that I really used to dislike. But then somewhere around last year, like a few months into the year of the bike park season, they fixed it up. So after that, I've really liked it. It's a good mix of tech and flow, I would say. These ones are definitely doubleable, if that even a word, but you can for sure double them if you have the balls. Problem is that I don't really have that. Ooh. That was not a good line. Yeah, this is a real workout, this track. Yeah, that's Spruffs. Not the best lines everywhere, but decent overall. Okay, the normal line of Maggan, so to say. I will show the other route later on, but basically the normal route goes down here, whereas the alternative line goes up to the left. Okay, here is a few different lines. Here as well, there's a lot of lines down here. First I'm trying a bit of an insider because the outside is getting gnarlier. There's a bit of a shortcut there if you want to go straight and skip the berms, but for this preview, or this video where I'm showing the trails, I'm gonna go for the proper line. And down here, the jump. And then into a step down drop. And yeah, that's it. Normal version of Maggan. I'll cut in the alternative line here. Okay, time for Maggan. We've redone it quite a bit there, so now we can take a more direct line compared to earlier years, which I really appreciate. But yeah, this is the alternate line. This is where it gets a little bit tricky here. And then from here it gets pretty flowy. And yeah, now you're together with the normal Maggan, so to say. For Woodstock, which is, it's a bit rougher, especially towards the end. Now we're going into the wooden park where it gets extremely rough. See if I can find some better lines than last time, but I can't promise you anything. Well, not the inside at least this time. Okay, way better lines than last video where I rode this trail. But it's still a really rough one where you are bouncing around on roots all the time. There is a north shoreline there as well on Woodstock with a skinny. We'll see if I have the balls to do it or not, because it's a pretty gnarly one, but maybe. But I can't promise you anything. It depends entirely on time and stuff like that. But yeah, that's Woodstock, a really rough one. Oh. Okay, let's go with Tårtan, which is my least favorite here. But this part is the same as the jump trail in Loas, but it's the bottom part where it splits up. That's really not my style, to be honest. But you'll see. I'll let you know when I get there. so this is where it's becoming Tårtan, which is, like I said, my least favorite trail here that I never ever ride, but since I'm showing off every trail, I'll of course have to ride this one as well. So this one is just too, like, flatness. It's just rocky and rough and nothing like more going on than that. And that's why I'm not the biggest fan. It's one that I really don't know well enough as well to go very fast at.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yep. But yeah, then we're out of there. But yeah. Okay, well, that's Tårtan. Like I said, not one that I like, but yeah, there it is anyway. Okay, let's do pipeline, which is nowadays my favorite here, I would say. But it has a few tricky sections, like this one. But yeah, it's a fast one. It's pretty flowy, although it has some techy parts like this one here. Yeah, that's a nice pipeline. Oh, that's fast and fun. Like I said, probably my favorite nowadays. A really good one. Okay, so we're doing Loas now, but doing a bit of an alternative entry there with that tabletop. The rest of the trail otherwise goes from the same start as Tårtan as we did earlier. But yeah, this part is the same as you can probably tell, and it will be for a little while. Lucky I wasn't closer to the kids, because otherwise that could have been pretty bad. But yeah, here the flow starts. Come see. a proper braking monster. It is a bit windy today, so we'll see what I do about the jumps here at the bottom. Because here it opens up and gets pretty windy. Pretty much. Pretty much clear them. I'll definitely take it for today. Oh, here's loose. Do not want to go in the middle there like I did. But yeah, that's a Loa. Fun jump trail, flowing and nice. Okay, let's go with old. First black of the day. So we'll get a bit steeper, a bit more technical. I'm probably gonna reel it back a little bit in terms of speed. There is a new jump further down, so we'll see if I try to hit that this time. Here is a bit tricky because it's a bit gravelly, so I want to keep it down a little bit in the turn. Here we get into rough stuff again. And then we have a bit of a double drop. First one, into the second one. Keep going to the left here. And here is the jump now. I guess a brand new first time hitting it for me, so. Okay, not the best line for you, but better than last time. Okay, here I'm gonna try a high line because you get a much straighter line further down. Here's the infamous steps. You have to do the first two, but then you can cross to the side. There is a much faster line there to the left, I believe, but okay, it's gonna focus here first. But there is a bit of a drop there, so I haven't tried it before, so I want to have a look before I know whether I need to drop it or whether you can actually roll it. But yeah, a decent run. Wasn't super clean, but got down it. Yeah, it's a run and roll. Okay, Lilla kycklingen. One of the gnarliest here. Here you're really gonna slow down. Make sure that you pick the right line. Okay, I had to cut a little bit in case you notice it, because I got blocked by some people coming from the other way. So some people are using the T-bar, and then you gotta really make sure that you're ready to avoid those people. Yeah, I had way too low speed for that one. this Spruff is so awkward, so I just tend to roll it. And then I get into the steep a little bit here. So you can kind of do a turn there to get around a bit easier. And then go for the highline here. Let's see to this drop. If you can really get some air on. Oh, and that's Freeride. Or no, it's not. It's not there. Okay, Big Merchant. The shortest trail here by far. Starts off really cool there. It's a bit loose. Oh, it's really loose. I was just sliding there in the first turn. And yeah, that's Big Merchant. Going into the gnarliest trail here, I'd say. A little bit of a dead sailor. This is way better the first time. Ah! Okay, now we just need to get up here. And make sure that I don't get T-boned from someone coming from the other way, so it looks fine. I've only done this part once before, so I have very little experience of this section of the trail. Okay. Yeah, this one is rough. Okay, yeah, not a fast one at all, but I'm really starting to get a bit tired now. Been going for a while, so I'd much rather get down than trying to go fast and eat it, because yeah, on the black ones now I'm starting to really feel like it's getting a little bit out of hand, so glad to have a ton of this.
But yeah, that is it. Just wanted to do some kind of outro, but yeah, that's all the trails in Vallåsen Bike Park for 2025. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a nice one, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.